Hi, everyone. I was supposed to present in session one, but I'll present now. My name is Avi. I'm a first-year astronomy PhD student at UC Santa Cruz. So this is a work that I did as an undergrad at Caltech, where we aimed to develop a framework for finding anomalous sources in ZTF light curves. So just the general workflow is that we simulated a variety of light curves of different shape and also noise properties. We extracted a set of features shown by those DMDT maps there, and then we used those maps to and applied UMAP to visualize our light curves as points in 2D feature space. So as you can see there, the UMAP organizes our light curves by period, also by SNR, and then also we have a plot there with how it organizes based off the sparsity of the points. So feel free to stop by the poster, and thank you.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so this poster is on deconvolution in particle physics. So deconvolution, as I'm defining it here, involves removing detector distortions from cross-section measurements. This is something very similar to the inverse problems that you're familiar with in astronomy, often removing like point spread functions from observations. In particle physics, we call this unfolding. It's just a terminology thing. There are many classical solutions to this problem called unfolding, but they all suffer from the same problem, which is that they have limited dimensionality because of the requirement to bend data. So recently there's been a lot of work in applying machine learning to this problem, which allows you to unfold in high and variable dimensions. So if you're interested in this kind of high-dimensional inverse problem, which is very similar to a lot of the problems you see in astronomy, and how we're using diffusion models to solve these problems in collider physics, please stop by. We have very cool event displays like the one you see in the bottom right, just to give you an idea of like the kind of dimensionality that we see in our data sets, which is a challenge, but also a really fun playground to play with. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mahalat Shifrao. I'm a fourth-year grad student in KIPAC here at Stanford, and I'm still very much in the beginning stages of this project, but the goal is to build a simulation-based inference pipeline to infer cosmological parameters given a galaxy power spectrum in redshift space. So crash course in what that means. Galaxies' observed positions are actually distorted due to their peculiar velocities in addition to the Hubble flow velocity. So what this means is on large scales, you have that structure is squashed along the line of sight, and this boosts clustering. And on small scales, structure is elongated, so that suppresses clustering. And we want to build a training set which reflects that. So we use a galaxy bias model to construct our galaxies given a dark matter field, and then we use a specific redshift space distortion model and measure the power spectrum given these mock galaxies. So come by my poster if you want to chat about SBI, galaxy bias, or redshift space distortions. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Dennis. I'm a second-year postdoc at Berkeley Lab, and I'm very excited because in 3 weeks actually I'm moving my postdoc here, and I'm going to be at Stanford. The project which I've been working on in the last couple of months, if you have ever looked into a high-energy physics data set, you've probably encountered the left situation, which is you have different events or samples, and they have weights, they're weighted data set, and sometimes these weights can be negative, which is a serious problem for upstream analysis, because when you're training, for example, BDT on a data set with negative event weights, then the minimization problem turns into maximization problem, which obviously you don't want. And our new technique is called neural refinement, and turns the whole data set into a data set where every event, all the samples have positive weights, and now everything's looking nicely. If you want to understand how that works, visit me at my poster. It's in the if you cross the corridor, on the other side. And if you want to chat about anomaly detection in the Atlas detector, also very happy to chat about this.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chang Liu. I'm a grad student at Northwestern working on supernovae. A little bit of recap of the theme of this morning. The spectra of both supernova and their host galaxy contain rich information, but sometimes I really don't like the way they blend with each other on the detector. For decades, people have been using some classic technique, essentially max the trace of the supernova and then essentially arbitrarily choose some background region and then do some interpolation to estimate the background beneath the supernova, which is in most cases biased. But in this case, we're definitely not making use of all the entire information. We do have some knowledge of the galaxy profile from those archival images from previous surveys. So essentially, we build a Gaussian process framework. We build a smooth prior from archival, say, Pan-STARRS images. And then we're using another Gaussian process to learn the difference between the actual 2D spectrum from these priors. And it turns out that for this specific case, and in many other cases, while the classic method dramatically overestimates the sky background, leading to a negative flux, our methods are much more consistent with the real sky background. So if you're interested in supernova spectroscopy or any types of transient spectroscopy, please talk to me. Thank you so much.